I'm sure growing up as an American, we've all learned about Pearl Harbor in our history classes, refers to when the Japanese launched a successful air attack on the U.S. naval forces. Even though I probably just made Japan seem like a horrible country, today I'll shine the light on Japan and its beautiful culture. In my recent years, I've learned about my sorority sister and her Japanese culture, and which is why I became fascinated with Japan. First, I'll tell you some interesting facts about Japan, then I'll tell you about its culture, and lastly, I'll tell you different communication styles. To begin, I'll give you a general overview of Japan. I'll start by telling you interesting facts about the country of Japan. I did research on the Culturegrams website overseen by the ProQuest LLC company to learn more about the country. In the section titled Japan, it stated that Japan is slightly larger than Germany, or just smaller than the U.S. state Montana. Japan consists of 4 main islands with 4,000 surrounding islands. The country normally experiences all 4 seasons, with the west being a little colder than the east. And even though 11% of its land is only suitable for cultivation, Japan remains one of the world's largest economic entities. Also, according to Culturegram's website, overseen by the ProQuest LLC company in the section entitled Japan, it stated that Japan's population is 126,919,659 people. The official language spoken there is Japanese, and the religion commonly used there is Buddhism or sometimes Shinto. Now that you've gotten a little familiar with the country, I'll share more with you about the culture. Food and fashion are just 2 things that I would like to expand on in the amazing country of Japan. Japan usually eats a wide range of foods in their culture. Stated by the Japanese Worldmark Encyclopedia of Cultures in Daily Life, their staple diet is rice, which is usually with no seasoning or butter. Their food is normally served in smaller sizes with smaller dishes just so they can use their chopsticks. And hamburgers and pizzas are also things that are very popular in Japan, as the American food chain is something that is very well represented in Japan. Personal appearance in the Japanese culture is also something that is taken very seriously. Even though it's worn more by women than men, kimonos are traditional clothing of Japan. Sandals and wooden clogs are normal footwear of the Japanese, and nonetheless, it's said that Japanese people dress neater than American people. Lastly, I'll inform you on some unique communication styles of the Japanese. Japan has many verbal and nonverbal ways to communicate. Greetings in the Japanese culture is something that is done in a very precise and meaningful way. A bow is a traditional greeting that is sometimes done over and over, but you can't look the person directly in the eye. Titles are something that is also tremendously important and taken very seriously. Specific gestures are also something that the Japan culture takes seriously. Yawning in public is seen to be very impolite, while pointing your entire hand rather than your whole finger is seen to be polite. Also, making an X with your finger means no, and making an O with your finger means yes. Now that I informed you on the amazing country of Japan,